What does it take to push a content creator as committed as MrBeast over the edge? Turns out there are really only 3 things that can break his can-do spirit, and they nearly led him to throw away a whole video.
I'm starting to feel terrible. I have a headache. I am very tired.
The truth is that MrBeast makes extreme challenges look easy, but even he has a breaking point. One of the YouTuber's latest videos, 7 days stranded on an island, really put him and his team to the test. In fact, it was so tough that he originally called the whole thing off. The island they stayed on was desolate, bug-infested, and covered in trees leaking poisonous sap. In all his years of making videos, this might have been MrBeast's most dangerous challenge yet. And that's saying something.
Oh my God!
You get a sense of the real struggle MrBeast and the crew went through when watching the video too. They brought along basic supplies like food and water, but they still had to construct their own shelter and survive the elements. One of their first roadblocks was starting a fire, which MrBeast managed to solve by using spray sunscreen to ignite the flame. After that, the swarms of mosquitoes and a massive rainstorm were the biggest obstacles preventing this island getaway from being a relaxing vacation. Watching the video is a great way to convince yourself that you wouldn't be able to cut it on a season of Survivor. It's also only half the story. MrBeast recently opened up about the video in an interview and revealed that it was even more challenging than the final product lets on.
It was miserable. And I was like, I can't do 5 more days of that.
MrBeast recently sat down for a lengthy interview with John Yushai, talking about everything from how he creates thumbnails to the strategy behind launching his Feastables chocolate bar brand. At one point, the two started talking about MrBeast's island video, and the content creator admitted that filming the challenge meant dealing with the 3 things he really can't handle.
But there are 3 things that just make me want to die and I really struggle with, and it's heat, it's the sun, and it's bugs.
MrBeast said that any of those is enough to make him reconsider taking on a challenge, and the island naturally forced him to deal with all 3 simultaneously. The island video might seem like any other stunt on MrBeast's channel, but for a brief moment, it was the one challenge that he just couldn't complete. In the interview, MrBeast revealed that he and the crew originally filmed on the island for just 2 of the 7 days. When he woke up on day 2, he was covered in bug bites and the temperature on the island was climbing up to 100 degrees. He decided to call it quits after being faced with these brutal conditions, and the team left the island. The thought of not completing a challenge eventually wore MrBeast down, and so he took everyone back to redo the shoot. Fans are obviously glad that MrBeast managed to withstand the elements and the bugs to spend a week on an abandoned island, because the video that came out of the challenge is greatly entertaining. He's probably glad too, because the MrBeast brand has a reputation to uphold. No one would have known if he'd called it quits on the island video and never released it, but the thought of failing a challenge would have haunted him. Now he can confidently say that he's taken on his most intense challenge yet, and he still came out on top.